Hey, welcome. Today we're going to talk about something that's so good at its job, most of us don't even know it exists.
I mean, think about it. You walk into a store and the shelves are just full. You click buy now and a package just poof appears on your porch. It feels automatic, right? Almost like it's magic, but it's not. And we're about to look at the incredible, invisible system that makes it all possible.
So let's start with this really common idea, this misconception, the magic store shelf.
This quote, it just nails it. We've gotten so used to things just being there that we don't even think about the journey they took to get to us. We just expect them to be waiting.
You gotta laugh, but it's true, isn't it? We act like there's some sci-fi gadget beaming cereal and sneakers right onto the shelf. We see the final product, but the whole process? Completely invisible to us.
So why do we think this way? Well, a couple of reasons. First, all those massive warehouses and distribution hubs, they're usually built way out of sight, out of sight, out of mind. Then there's just plain old human nature. When you're stuck in traffic behind a big rig, what's your first reaction? Frustration, right? Not, oh, thank you for bringing me my stuff. And honestly, the biggest reason is that the system just works so darn well that it becomes invisible. Okay, so if it isn't magic, what is it? It's the supply chain. And the absolute lifeblood of that entire system is the humble truck.
To really get this, you have to understand a concept called the last mile. Now, things might travel across the ocean on a giant ship or across the country on a train, but almost everything finishes its journey on a truck. That final step, from the local warehouse to the store or to your house, that's the last mile. And it is the most crucial part of the whole thing.
Just think about it for a second. That banana you grabbed for breakfast, it probably came thousands of miles on a boat. That shiny new phone you've got, assembled somewhere on the other side of the world, flown here on a plane, and hey, even that super fresh stuff you got from the local farmer's market.
Every single one of those things was brought to you for that critical last mile by a truck. It is the one thing that connects our entire modern way of life.
So what would happen if that connection was just cut? Let's play that out for a second. Let's imagine a world without trucks. And let's be super clear here. This is not about your Amazon order being a day or two late. A major disruption to trucking, that's not an inconvenience. That is a full-blown national emergency. And here's why. Chew on this number for a second. Most grocery stores, they only keep about 3 days worth of food and supplies on hand. 3. That's it. That's the buffer between us and completely empty shelves. The whole thing would unravel so fast. In the first day or two, pharmacies would start running out of critical medicines. By day 3, maybe 5, those grocery stores are picked clean. And within 1 week, gas stations are completely empty, which means everything else grinds to a halt.
When you hear that, it kind of changes things, doesn't it? It's pretty obvious we need to completely reframe how we see those trucks on the highway.
So let's try to shift our point of view. The old way of thinking is to see a truck and just think, traffic, nuisance, get out of my way. But the real view, that truck is a lifeline. It's essential. It is, quite literally, the delivery of modern life. Because they're not just hauling boxes. They're delivering the milk for your coffee in the morning. They're delivering medicine to the pharmacy, the fuel for your car. They're bringing raw materials to factories so people can work, supplies to hospitals, food to schools for our kids, and yeah, that package you've been waiting for.
So next time you're on the road and you pass a truck, just take a second. Instead of seeing a delay, maybe you'll see hospital supplies, or the coffee for tomorrow morning, or dinner for your family. So I'll just leave you with this question. What will you thank it for?